Nowadays, YouTubers have become the complete opposite of what YouTubers should be. I mean, back in 2016, when you think of, the word YouTuber, you think, oh, a funny, likable person making content for their fans. Like, you had your PewDiePies, your Markipliers, your MatPats, your Smosh. If I try to pronounce this, I'll get banned off of YouTube. But you get the gist. And yeah, here and there you'd have your average scumbag, but for the most part, YouTubers had a good rep. But oh boy, how we have fallen. The word YouTuber is now synonymous with the words scammer, soulless, and even sex offender. Or, for the better use of the word, rapist or child rapist. So, what happened, man? Like, where did all the charm go? Well, there are lots of reasons. Someone could argue that this is clearly an effect of fame and money, becoming more prominent on YouTube as a whole. Well, it's part of the reason, but not the whole reason. Not every YouTuber that gets fame and money turns into an absolute scumbag. I mean, at the height of PewDiePie's career, which, PewDiePie had many highs, but his greatest high was probably versus T-Series. His content still felt very organic. He had a brand going on and everything, but at the end of the day, it still seemed like he cared deep down inside about his fans. He wasn't there just creating scams. And yeah, he did have 2 controversies, but they really weren't that bad as people were making it out to be. Like, come on. Like, okay, yeah, he accidentally said a bad word, but still. Like, there are people out here doing far worse. And deep down inside, PewDiePie did actually care about his audience. I mean, if, you look at YouTube nowadays, majority of creators are no longer people, but corporations without a soul that can pump out as many videos as they want. And the people will just gobble it up. And of course, these corporations and, shady people are going to take advantages of our dwindling attention spans. I mean, mrbeast was actually, another exception to this rule. But, it's like they say, even the mighty shall fall. Because up until the summer of 2024, mrbeast had, been a generally good YouTuber. He had donated a lot, and yeah, while his content was a little corporate, it still had that charm to it. But then, the summer of 2024 happened, and shit changed. It turned out that mrbeast wasn't, that perfect guy that everybody could trust. Turned out that people, in his circle were not the greatest. Pedo allegations started coming out about people in his circle. Work misconduct allegations started coming out. Allegations of rigging of videos started coming out. Allegations of running fake lotteries started coming out. It was so bad, mrbeast literally broke the Geneva Conventions. And while I will still stand behind the fact that mrbeast has genuinely done a lot of great stuff, he's also done a lot of evil things too, which can't be undermined. So, what went wrong? Well, YouTube as a whole has become a lot bigger and is now a genuine source of making money. And hell yeah, making money is fucking awesome. It's good to grind and to want to become rich if you put in the effort. But the thing is, money can also corrupt the person. If we look at something like OnlyFans, which encourages young women to make money off of selling their bodies, it's not good. Selling products that create dopamine to people in order to make a profit off of them isn't good. But like, where have I heard of this concept before? Lunchly. Lunchly is like the magnum opus of everything wrong with YouTube nowadays. It's a soulless cash grab, technically endangers kids in a way, and it's made by unlikable people. And let me show you what I mean.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Trust me, guys, it's still unhealthy.
Crunch Bar. Whoa. Feastables Crunch
Yeah!
I'm pretty sure it's not worth that amount of hype.
Turkey Stack 'em. 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
Again, it's still unhealthy as fuck.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients.
I'm gonna be real here. I really can't tell the difference between the two of them. Like, they want to market Lunchly as being clearly superior, but I legit cannot even tell them apart.
Alright, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
We're not biased at all. Logan, you literally tried the exact same product as yours and proceeded to spit it out. And you're telling me that you're not biased at all? Okay, bro. Okay.
Come in close and look at the queso cheese.
I legit thought at first bro said queso cheese, and that actually was the only funny thing in the sad, pathetic ad.
And Lunchly versus whatever that is. Drip versus stick. I like my cheese drippy, bruh. This
I'm sure you do.
is a Lunchly salsa right here. Look at the consistency, the texture. And this is Lunchables. This look, it's watery. I can't even look at that.
You can't look at Lunchables salsa, yet you can look at a dead body. Okay, funny logic here.
With 400 milligrams of electrolytes, my God!
Oh my god, guys. He said electrolytes. That means it's healthy.
And it's available for around $4. Super affordable. Go give it a try.
Oh my god.
Okay, but Lunchables, you know, from my research, is still cheaper in the States. Lunchly is truly soulless. I mean, they're literally selling Prime to kids. A fucking literal energy drink. Okay, I understand. I myself am, you know, kind of a caffeine addict. I'm not gonna lie. But I use caffeine to the benefit of helping me be productive. And no fucking universe should a kid be worrying about being productive. What in the Chinese sweatshop bullshit is this? And bro, this is barely healthier than Lunchables. In fact, certain things in Lunchly look less healthier than Lunchables. I'm not saying YouTubers can't advertise products or branch out and make food for kids. That's fine. But when they're not only clearly trying to lie about it, but at the same time are trying to make a cash grab, that's when it crosses the line. And then on top of that, you have people who openly hire pedos and scam people. Like, come on. Like, if it was Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and PewDiePie making this, I bet you people wouldn't give a fuck. But since it's YouTubers who actively represent everything wrong with YouTube nowadays, the people are mad. Very, very mad. And rightfully so. And that moves on to my second point as to why YouTube doesn't feel the same. There's a lack of honesty and respect nowadays on YouTube. No one respects each other anymore. Look at the tweets KSI has made towards DanTDM, for example. Is this the stuff you say towards a YouTube legend who has never been involved in a major controversy before? No! And KSI has clearly let one tweet by DanTDM get into his head. And a lot of YouTubers nowadays aren't really honest too. I mean, obviously there's, you know, clickbait, but like, it gets even worse when YouTubers try and straight up lie about certain things, about certain pieces of drama and, you know, other stuff like, you know, this for example. Another thing I can mention is YouTubers are generally weirdos nowadays, but that's something I might have to make a separate video on. So, how can we fix this and stop whatever the hell this is? Well, I mean, the reaction so far that it has garnered is a good step. Sometimes we have to look to history to help us in the present. What do I mean by this? Well, I'm not saying you should shoot up Lunchly HQ and start a revolution, but what I am saying is that you can counter this. You can simply unsub, not buy their products, and maybe even make a video of how bad this truly is. We want to defend the natural order of YouTube, and while we can't stop corporate channels from taking off, we can promote more local ones. But despite all of this, there still exists a generation of people who grew up on amazing YouTubers, like PewDiePie, like Markiplier, like Jacksepticeye, like the legendary DanTDM himself. And always remember to fight for what's right in the moment. Now, normally I wouldn't, you know, lash out on a rant like this, but I feel like it's finally time this gets addressed, as, you know, Dante Alighieri said infamously that the hottest places in hell are reserved for those who, in a period of moral crisis, maintain their neutrality.
We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.